name's Doug House, and Senator Clark sitting here beside me. The Succeed Scholarship Program is a landmark piece of legislation for this state. Not in the United States, we're about the 26th state to pass something whereby we empower parents to put their special needs children in an educational environment where that child can get what that child needs, and that can use state money to fund it. Now, the reason that became an event, about 3 years ago, I attended an education seminar in North Carolina where I heard a liberal Democrat senator and a very conservative Republican representative in the state of Oklahoma merge their efforts to create this program in Oklahoma. And then I had a parent, a military family, both parents very well educated, but with two very special needs children. One of them had an education program of lock him in that room and never let him out because he will hurt somebody. And the other one almost completely a vegetable, again, locked in a room and not receiving an education. And this family was close to me and mine. And when I saw what was happening to them, I said, that's the answer. They need to be able to take their children and put them in an environment where they can learn something and get through life as best they can. I am pleased to report to you that we had no dissenting votes in either the House or the Senate, either on the floors or in committee. Democrats and Republicans recognize that there are certain children in our society who, because of their physical and mental disabilities, are unable to learn in what we would call a traditional classroom environment. And now, after this will be the first year that we're going through with it, a pilot program for the first 100 kids to knock out the kinks of the program, then these children will have an opportunity for their parents to decide where those children need to be educated within their greater community. And with that report to you, we will continue to work to expand choice so that every parent can decide where each of their children need to learn those things that they need to learn to get through life in the best manner possible, in the most economical way possible. With that, I will introduce Senator Alan Clark, who is the most popular member of the Senate.
Thank you, Representative House. The Representative talked about the Succeed Scholarship. I want to talk about school choice. Because school choice is needed by everyone. And I want to, it's been my honor to work in 2013 with Senator Donnie Key and to carry the bill myself in 2015 to have school choice in Arkansas. This is not a new struggle, and I want to thank all the legislators that are here today that have helped us. I can't name you all, but I'm able to mention we could not have done it without the House Chair of Education, Representative Bruce Gozard, without the Senate Chair, Jane English, and without my good friend who I've served with the Education Committee as long as I've been here, Joe Williams. The United States is unique in its leadership, and the idea is that the government belongs to the people, not the people to the government. All of us have ancestors who chose to leave one country and go to another, or we wouldn't be here today. Those in those old countries probably didn't understand why our ancestors left, but I think they made a good choice. We have more choice in this country in everything. Restaurants, shopping, TV networks. I was in Great Britain, and I had a choice of 5 radio stations, and they were all BBC. That was just unbelievable to me compared to what I have here. Even in higher ed, we have the most choices by far anywhere. A direct contrast is the old East Germany and the Berlin Wall. They had to build a wall to keep people in to enjoy the benefits, while we build walls to try to keep people out. That's because we have choice. If you are trying to keep people in, you're failing. You have already failed. Now, quickly, I want to say something why this battle has always been personal to me. In 1976, 40 years ago, I was forced to leave 10th grade to change schools because of my geography. I went from being a national merit semifinalist who was going to clip out of most of my freshman year to not having trig, calculus, physics, chemistry. My junior and senior in English were actually 7th and 8th grade English. And so it's often mentioned in a derogatory way that we have more legislators here in this capital that do not have a college education than anywhere in the country. I'm one of those. Shouldn't have been, but I am one of those. It's a very personal thing to me. Direct opposite, we've been fighting the school choice battle for a long time. And we had a victory that nobody remembers in 2003, but I remember it because of a friend in the legislature. I didn't think anybody could do anything. Got a bill passed, and he called me almost the last day of the session in April and said, tell your daughter, Shay, who was an 8th grader, she can go to the school she wants to go to. And so she was the first one in 2003 under that bill to change schools. As a direct result, opposite of my experience, as a direct result, she got full scholarships to UCA honors. She had 26 years old, just finished up her bucket list of working for the UN in Bonn, Germany, and is on to other things. And no child, and no family should be denied the right to choose the school that they think is best for them. Thank y'all for having me today.